When a child gets to 5 to 6, 7 years upward, they start having emotions, irrespective of the sex of that child. Mother, stop betting with your children at this age. It is sexual abuse. You are abusing them sexually, and it is child abuse. It's really not about giving birth to children as a mother. But I have come to know from experience that the greater work lies in parenting and parenthood. Follow me to the end of this vlog and you get to know what we are about to discuss today. Is a hot topic. Welcome back, ladies. Today's topic is prompted by what I saw in social media, about a month ago. I saw where a Ghanaian actress was accused of what? Of baiting, of going nude. For the sake of YouTube, I will not be mentioning the word, naked. I shall be using undressed, please. Undressed totally. All right? So the actress was accused of undressing totally in front of his son. Not only that, taking pictures with his son on his birthday while she was fully undressed. To give birth to a child is one aspect in marriage. To procreate is one aspect in marriage. But where the work really lies is in what? In parenting and the training of those children. We all know that we are imperfect human beings. We all know that we have our challenges and faults. But as parents, especially mothers, we really need to give our best to whatever we are doing with our children. We really need to be sensitive, because if we don't want to be hurt at the end of the day, because it is the child that you nurture well that will nourish you tomorrow. So we really need to what? To give our best to this call. It is a call to parent a child, to bring up a child. It is a very different thing from the pangs of bringing that child into the world. So when you are called into parenting as a parent, especially mothers, you should know what you are coming in to do. Psychologists have it that when a child is around the age of 5 to 6 upward, that child starts having emotions. I am speaking for, the culture and the nation where I am from. In the African nation, most especially, I don't think there is, this norm of undressing totally in the presence of children. Growing up as a child, I can't even remember seeing any of my parents what? Nudity. You understand? So what we are saying in this our generation these days baffles me. And the person in question, the Ghanaian actress, is not even a Westerner. You understand? We could say in some parts of Australia, some people, some cultures over there, they can undress in presence of their children depending on their motive. But here, as Africans, we really do not, buy such norms. We have our own norms of covering. Each culture have a way of what? Of, covering the body. You understand? Now, let's bring it home to what we are discussing. In the aspect of parenting children, when they start getting to that age, as parents, we are not supposed to be, fully undressing in their presence. We're supposed to, even at that age, psychologists have it that such children start striving, demanding for their own privacy. Just like they will want you to give them privacy too. So as a parent, this call for caution. You understand? You never can tell what you are instilling in the child when you go nude. You get it? You might think it means nothing. That is to you. But in their mind, they are thinking something. Please stop it. It is not the best. Social media has done the worst. They have done their worst. So don't contribute to, the havoc they have been doing. Our children, they watch different kinds of things on social media today, and this affects them psychologically. But most are not sensitive to this. Never prepared for this video, but when I got to know about this, the Ghanaian actress, going, fully undressed before his 7-year-old, son, all in the name of fashion or what is trending, I don't know what to call it anyway, but the thing really got me. So I decided to, to pour out my mind the way I feel. Because I really, it keeps me thinking, what will that child be thinking? How could this affect the child when he grows up? Social media cannot die. It can never die. A year will come, that boy will not become an adult. When that boy becomes an adult, people begin to point hands to him. Do you understand? Look at that boy that the mother went nude in his presence. It's going to affect that child psychologically. It's going to kill that child emotionally. What that woman committed was a child abuse. Thank God for the Child Rights Commission in Ghana. Kudos to you. They quickly, intervene on behalf of the child. Because it's a child, they might not know what the mother has done. But, I got to know that the mother has apologized. But what can apology do after the deed has been done? What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to judge anybody, but it is the act that I am condemning. And I'm trying to draw lessons from it and let you guys know, those who are watching me right now, the implication of that. Now, the reason I'm, hitting hard on this topic is that the children we have nowadays, they grow very fast. If we watch, things are changing very fast, and the children are changing likewise. In those days, children takes, years before they get to know things about their body image, sexuality, and the likes of them. But these days, children are growing. They are not just growing in size and in shape. They are growing in their mind. They are growing in their retentive memory. They are growing in thinking. So parents are to be mindful of what they expose their children to, in order not to regret at the end of the day. Number one, if you want to, I would give these few tips to help parents, avert this or control the rate at which, this affects children psychologically. We and the children might live in the same house, but what I would advise parents to do is, by the time their toddlers start growing into into children, up to the age of 5 to 6, they should make provision for separate rooms. Make provisions for separate rooms. Let the children know their boundaries, all right? So that they don't just bump into the room where you are fully undressed. It will not only, at that moment you might scold them, but I tell you, it goes a long way to affect them psychologically. They keep thinking, they keep asking questions. Some who are very close to you will come to you to ask you questions directly. At this stage, please don't scold them. Don't drive them away. You have to start explaining to them, tell them the truth. But in order to be on the safer side, we need to start making provisions for their rooms. All right? And also let them know the boundaries. And if you have mixed children, please, I know what I'm saying. You need to start to base them together. All right? Let them know who they are and why the separation. Do you get it now? Because in the course of allowing them to base together, so many things are happening. I also saw on social media where 3 siblings were practicing trade song, all right, in their parents' absence. It was on record. Whatever I'm telling you now is a fact. So please, let us try not to abuse our children with our own attitude and our own pain. Let us inculcate, discipline. Let us not spoil the child and scare the rod. Another way we can reduce this emotional, child, and sexual abuse is to draw closer to your children. Be so close to your children. Don't allow your child's teacher to take your child away from you. You are the parents. Your hands are the first point of socialization of the child. You are the first point. You are the first place of socialization of that child. You have to be close to them so that they will be free enough to confide and tell you things that goes on with them when you are not there. Talk to them. Create conversation even if there is none. Some African parents just, they don't want their children to disturb them. During the time when school was on section, I tell you, some parents will not want their children to spend time with them. All they do is, oh, we are busy, all in the name of work. We must work, we know that, but create time to know your children. They are your children, they are not your teacher's children. Some African parents or some parents will just allow the children to use the media all by themselves without keeping them on check. From all this television, they watch, you think they are watching cartoon, but I tell you, this cartoon of nowadays shows so many things that affect the sexuality of our children, that a mother or a parent, do not be ashamed to talk about, things partaking, sexuality when they ask you or when they come to you for clarity. For sure, they will always ask. They are growing, they're not getting smaller. There is a stage that these children will grow to. They will start posing questions. Why am I saying this? Some African parents, totally shy away from the answers to this question to their children. It is wrong. Talk to them, give them answers, and please call every sexual part by their actual name to your child. Let them know their boundaries. You don't know. Your kids have emotions. They feel. They are human beings, especially in the generation that we live right now, that we have 8-year-old, 7-year-old, give them back, in the generation we live now, the sexual organs of our children are getting matured more than we think. So please, when they come to you with questions, do not shy away. Give them answers. And if you don't know how to answer them, seek counsel and get back to them. And when you have missed children, when it gets to a particular stage that you find out you are a mother, you will know. You find out that they start seeking for privacy for themselves. Separate. Are you getting it? Let the kids have their separate rooms. Do not allow them together. If you have daughters that are, grown up to the age of 12, tell them. Let them cover their body. Let them not go playing outside in nude. Undressed. Let them be well dressed. All right? So many things are happening in the world today. What are those things that are causing, sexual abuse, raping, and the rest of them? When the sex of your child matters to you, you will want to put all those things in check. They are not just mere words. Let's try to practically instill discipline in the life of our children. Let's start. And now is the time. Don't say until they get to their 10. Do not wait. No way you undress in presence of your 7, 6, 9-year-old child that you will not hurt their emotion. There is no way. Please, let's try and maintain discipline to see that our children are in good position so that we will be able to enjoy them as parents. I hope I've been able to help someone watching this video now with great tips. If you find this video interesting, if you find it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share the video, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon so that you always get notified anytime I upload a new video. I am happy that I was able to bring this to you. Like I said before, I never prepared for it. Thank you very much. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.